What is the builder responsible for when you sign a contract? Is he responsible for everything or nothing? Is it ever his fault or never his fault? Well, today we're gonna find out. I'm in this beautiful little town called Kuwirup. It is 60 kilometers southeast of Melbourne, and it is famous for asparagus farming and beef grazing. But today it's going to be famous for one more thing, which is the worst schmozzle, and it is caused by no other than the person that was awarded the Worst Builder Award 2024. Are you guys ready? In our last video, this builder's complete poor workmanship, lack of professionalism, and also the treatment of the homeowner.
Leave.
No.
Leave.
I'm allowed to be here.
Leave.
Do not touch me. Stand back. Please. Andrew.
Left you guys furious. Not only did our video go viral, we had over 1 million views on TikTok within 3 days. The mainstream media picked it up. The VBA also went to site. They were there like the next day. The registered building surveyor went there. We went there again, did a massive report. All of our reports got combined. And then as a direction to fix was going to be sent to the builder, the homeowner terminated the contract. And what that meant is that now, instead of the notice going to the builder, it went to her. And now she is responsible to show cause, else she'll be faced with a massive fine. And we're talking about a couple of $100,000. And she's got 90 days to do that. The homeowner is devastated. Guys, I think that builder might get away with it now. And on top of all that, we at Site Inspections received correspondence from the builder and his legal representative, ChatGPT Plus Pro Max. They're trying to take the video down. They are threatening us. They're trying to silence us. But no worries, bro. No problem. I'm happy to be silenced. In fact, let's just have a minute of silence right now for this pool that you built or tried to build. What a schmozzle, mate. Rest in peace. This pool is the tip of the iceberg. This story that we're about to tell you is so bad, you're gonna wonder how the hell this guy is still building and what kind of system allows him to keep doing it. Look at this schmozzle right there. Oh my goodness. It is also non-compliant.
Where is the VCAT?
This is crazy. It's a complete demo shop. Like, you gotta really non-compliant, non-compliant, non-compliant. Look at this. Let's go. Hey Janelle,
Hey,
how are you?
good, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So tell me, what made you want to start this extension?
Well, yeah, I got together with my partner.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of kids, and the house was kind of on the smaller side for that side of family, so that size of the family, sorry. So we just decided that we didn't want to live on top of each other and wanted our forever home, and decided that we would add on.
So what was the agreement?
Yeah, so the agreement that we initially had was to add on 3 bedrooms, a media room, converting the garage into a livable space, and then adding on an additional garage. We also had a butler's pantry and some storage conversions that we did, so some linen closets and stuff, and also the installation of a pool. He quoted us $176,000 at the time, or thereabouts, and it was about 200 odd days, definitely no longer than a year.
So when did you sign the agreement?
So we signed the agreement in November 2019.
So 5 years. Is the job even done?
Well, yeah, it has been 5 years, but I'll show you where it's up to.
All right, yeah,
Yeah?
please, let's go.
No worries.
I'm excited. Show me this schmozzle.
Come in.
All right, so this is the, I'm thinking, is this the living room or bedroom? There's a bed here.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
So that's actually our teenage daughter's room.
Yep.
We, as part of when we were getting ready to break through into the extension, we demolished our girls' bedrooms. It was meant to be a temporary thing that we set them up She's now been in here for about 2.5 years.
This is part of the extension part, but it's complete. I mean, who did this work here?
Oh yeah. No, that was James and myself. So we did the plastering.
But why'd you do it? I mean, it's the builder's. It's part of the contract, isn't it? For him to do fixing, lock up, frame, base.
If we didn't do it, it wasn't going to get done.
Oh yeah, because it was taking so long. You guys, you know what? We're gonna freaking put plaster and just sleep here for now, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, like I mean, you know, we had to demolish the bedroom, so we weren't going to put our daughter into both of them at one point into a space that was all open frame.
Yeah.
You know?
So he goes, you guys can do the plaster if you want or whatever.
Yeah.
Far out. Did he ask you for swims? All right, I was just checking because he asked me for swims.
Yeah. Sorry, just introduce you to James.
Hey, James,
Hey,
how are you,
mate.
man? Yeah, Zahia.
James, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
We had to seal up as many of the gaps and stuff that we could as possible.
So because it was going so slow, you know, say, man, you're taking ages, man. I got to get my kids want to live in
So
the
it's
house.
not even slow. Nothing was happening.
Nothing was
happening. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! You just said, you know what, man, bro, we're gonna do this, man. We're
gonna
gonna
do
just seal this
something.
place
Have to.
and
Yeah.
let us know when you're gonna come back.
Bugs, spiders, water, air, everything was just coming straight through here. So
What a nightmare, man! You must have felt really bad for
I'm scared of spiders. So
you know,
yeah,
and your kids and all that. You know.
it was horrible.
That's our permanent leak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been there.
So this here, I was gonna ask you, what the hell is this? Is it like an internal downpipe?
So that's our semi-permanent.
Yeah, and I can see duct tape here and a hole here and a hole there. All these patches, like, was that like water coming through here, or what's going on?
Yes. We called
Yeah.
him. We called him and said, you know, there's water coming through the plaster.
Yeah.
What do we do? He goes, just grab a screwdriver and.
You're joking.
No.
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 So I went to Kmart and I bought like lots of like glass jars and
And
stuff.
screwdrivers.
The funny side of it, a little bit, is that we had so many jars set up at one point. It was like a music
was
box.
creating
It was
music,
just like
yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
Kids loved it, probably. So his
Yeah.
plan was, I'll look into it, and
Yeah.
it's 5 years later and nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He, you know, he'd come out and adjust the tarps, but then we'd get some wind and
Yeah.
same problem, just in a different spot.
Like a never-ending story, man.
This is a problem that we've actually got right down this side of the house. So
Alright,
this
yep.
is our littlest bedroom. So she's in here, but we do have water damage in the ceiling along here. You can see it, but
Yeah.
that goes into.
Oh yeah, I can see some stain in there.
Yeah. So it was one point where that was actually just coming down the walls.
Okay. Yes.
Through the window frame and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
All
so
right. And you told him about this, and he.
he got the plumber back out, and we didn't actually know at the time, but he replaced he said it was a design issue, and rather than talking to us about what our options were, he made the decision to change everything to a box gutter.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go up there later and have a look.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, non-compliant.
The damage was actually further back this
Oh yeah,
way.
I can see a little like bulge there. The plaster's sagging.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
plaster screws.
And the-
Yeah.
wow.
And we had it coming down the cornices and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's actually, like, it swelled the window frame, so it's now like
Yeah, all
peeling
damaged,
and
yeah.
whatnot. I think that's mold. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
that one. This is probably the worst affected room.
All right.
It's really obvious the water damage here.
Oh yeah, it is too. Yep. There's a stain. There's a stain there in the corner.
I think one of the main issues with all of this damage and stuff, we understand construction's not always perfect and
Yeah.
mistakes can be made and that sort of thing. But when bringing up damage to the existing property because of the works that are being done, his response is, well, if you want it fixed, I'm going to need to bring people in and they're going to have to get paid, which is basically saying we would have to pay to get the fixes from the works that have now affected the existing house, which
But it wasn't leaking.
we
before,
don't think
was
it's
it?
fair. It
So
definitely
before-
wasn't leaking before. The house has been up for 12 years and there was never any leaks.
So he just wanted to charge a variation and
Just charge more. Yeah.
We actually employed our own carpenter, Bricky, to come and take that window out. He didn't pay for it, even though it's part of our contract. We did it.
The contract that you've got is a fixed contract. You know what I mean? So why would he get you to pay for?
Because he said at the time he didn't have access to money. He didn't have access to our money.
Okay, so he wanted help with cash flow or something like that.
Yeah. So he's like, oh well, I don't have access to your money that you've left me with. So yeah, like if you want to pay it.
Oh,
then...
sorry, you sent him the money and he goes, I can't use it.
Yes.
Why? Probably in crypto or something.
He said his identity got stolen and all his bank accounts got locked. And that went on for what,
Probably
6
about
months
6
to
months.
a year?
But you guys obviously believed him, yeah? Like
Well,
you guys, we have to, I mean.
Why
I mean,
wouldn't
what
we?
else?
Yeah.
What else choice do we have?
then-
Yeah.
I've got my masking tape cornices up there, which fall
Oh,
down.
so this is, just masking tape.
Yeah, I actually had a spider drop out of there last night too.
Oh my goodness.
So I need to put new masking tape on.
I was going to say, who the hell did this job, man?
Yeah, this was just a like let's block the gaps sort of measure because this was all like demolishing and then getting ready to break through, and the breakthrough never happened.
Yeah.
He shared his costing sheet with us like at the start because I wanted to see where money was going.
So what do you mean costing sheet? Like a costing sheet like for materials or what is it?
No, it was like the breakdown of his quote. So, like screws, plaster, framing, like all the budgets, all the amounts,
Electrical,
where they
plumbing, roofing, all those things broken down and what his estimates were.
Yeah, but the contract is a fixed contract. Like a builder normally doesn't show that. This is internal. Now, unless it's a cost plus contract where you show everything and charge a percentage. But he's got, for your contract, which I reviewed, it's just a fixed contract for the amount that you stated before. Like, why would he show you all this internal information? I don't get it.
One of the questions I did ask him was if it was a fixed contract or how it'll work. And he said, no, this is just basically a quotation. There will be, variable costs included depending on how much things cost and, where things go, that sort of thing. So even from the very beginning, it felt like he was planting the seed that, this wasn't a guaranteed cost. We might have to pay more.
So I really want to start this inspection ASAP.
This is as it was left, bar the spray foam. So
Now, who installed this?
he did.
So he installed this.
Yeah.
And how come he didn't use any of the adhesive on the joints? I mean, why didn't he do that? I can't see it coming. It's just open.
He said
And it went hard up on this section as well. And you can see it's cracking. He used foam, spray foam.
Oh, no. I used the spray foam because he told me to. So I was complaining that the weather was coming through the wall into our daughter's bedroom.
Okay.
And he said, just grab the expander foam stuff and just squirt it in all the cracks and whatnot to try and stop. Because she was getting like whitetails in her bed. The windows are crooked. So I don't know if you can see that, but this side comes forward and this side comes back.
It's just the worst installation I've ever seen.
Also, oh wait, we've got better windows. He made them.
Things like this big scratch gouge here. That was how it was delivered to site to here.
Yeah.
And when questioned about it, he said, "Oh yeah, I'll have to look into it, but it's really hard to tell. So nothing we can do about it. Maybe we can just buff it out."
It's good that he told him, but at least you've got it in writing that you've told him. But the thing is, I'm looking at the plans here. Like, I just can't believe that you guys have paid the stages, and here the front of the garage is supposed to be Hebel, and then and then I'm looking at this here. What happened here? How come it's weatherboard? It's not. It's supposed to be. I'm looking at the plan. It's Hebel.
Oh, he said it would. Like he kind of came to me and said, "Oh, look, we can do Hebel, or we can do weatherboard. What do you want to do?" I said, "Oh, I don't know. I don't mind the look of the weatherboard." And he goes, "Oh, well, the weatherboard's cheaper." Which I didn't click at the time. Like, it's a fixed price. I've paid for weatherboard. I mean, paid for Hebel.
Exactly right.
So it doesn't matter if it's cheaper. I'm paying that price.
Why are you showing me this?
It's free Hebel.
But haven't I already paid for the Hebel in our progress payment?
But in our mind back then, we were still under that impression that you know, the contract wasn't fixed price. So, you know.
Oh, because you gave it the cost sheet.
Because you gave us the cost
Yeah.
sheet. So,
So he's like-
if we get
Okay, yeah,
weatherboard,
yeah.
we can save a bit of money. It's going to be a cheaper bill.
Let's save money here. We can spend money there, sort of thing.
and
So
so
he's
he
giving
could,
you
he could pocket
options.
the rest.
yeah.
But the
yeah.
thing is, did he tell you that, hey, if we change the cladding, which is not as per plan anymore, you know, that's already in breach of the Building Act 1993. And the thing is, you got to update the plans.
No.
He didn't. I mean,
Never told us
No,
that.
we just we just assumed.
Forget about the cladding, that it's not as per plan, which is already a breach, and him charging you as well for a stage that's incomplete. It's another breach. Thing is, it's half done as well.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Because we ran out.
So you ran out of boards.
Yeah.
And it's got mold on it. How long has this been exposed like this for? I mean, there's mold, it's deteriorated.
18 months.
Yeah, I'd say at least over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you told him, hey man, we're, you know, it's exposed, it's deteriorating.
Yeah. So we actually put the weatherboards on. He
So you did the plaster and you installed this? Are you serious?
yeah.
How the hell do you, how do you know how to do this? This is,
So we got
Yeah.
him to put the starter board on, which took him, from memory, 3 to 5 months to actually
That-
get out here and do it.
Yeah, so the plaster
Okay.
was exposed for that amount of time, and he wouldn't come because there was puddles down that side.
yep.
So he said, well, that was one of the reasons that he couldn't come. Other times he just didn't get back to me. I had to keep hassling him. But yeah, he came and put the starter strip on because that was one part that we refused to, because we're not tradies. Like, I don't know what we're, like, you know, we're
Yeah.
just following his instructions. And
And that way you could just start putting the weatherboards on top of each other, and
yeah,
that's it.
as long as
And
the-
he allowed you to undertake this work, like on your own, without supervision. Like he wasn't here showing you how to do it. or
He
anything.
wasn't supervising us, he
no.
just told us how to do it.
Yeah.
He said, chuck it on.
Did he give you a discount
the
at
nails.
least? Did he say, hey man, I'm giving you $2,000 off?
Well,
no.
This is just unbelievable.
Just as we pass through here,
yeah.
if you look up here, our roof tiles actually sit on the fascia. There's no button. So
Okay, yep.
we've noticed that there's like the tiles don't look straight from.
All right, yeah.
Back around,
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
can see. So there is oh yeah, the batten finishes way before, and then he's sitting on the fascia. I'm looking at the plans. It's also telling me that this roof for the new section should be colorblind. Did you guys know?
No.
Did you know?
nope.
It's supposed to be colorblind.
Yeah, right.
What?
Doesn't look like it. It looks.
I know, yeah, but that's what
looks
the
like
plans
tile to
say.
me.
They sport roof tiles. Did
Yeah.
you tell you guys about that?
No.
I'm also looking at these windows. I can't see any heads flashing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be installed. This is the subseal of the window, yeah? There's supposed to be an end dam, so when the water goes in the frame, it's supposed to exit through those holes, and it's all open. Like, what the hell? I can't even see a sticker on it to say it complies with Australian standards.
Oh, that'll be because his apprentice made those windows on site here.
What do you mean he made them?
He got the aluminium and then he
Butt joined them?
he legoed them together here. No. Everything. This was a piece of material.
Yeah.
That was a piece of material, and he put them together here
Like he,
Himself?
himself
Yeah.
in the garage, in the room in there.
Are you sure he didn't? Are you sure he
Watched
wasn't?
him do it.
We've got the scrap metal
That's-
still sitting.
There
That's
was too
gonna-
much scrap metal in there.
That's
from
gonna
the
leak
remainder.
100%.
Well, for about 9 months, there was no glass in them because the person that he was getting the glass from was trying to blackmail him or something. Was holding the $900 worth of glass for ransom.
Is this for real?
We
or
got
what?
on text.
I got text messages.
Yeah.
Just had a call. Glass will be reordered. The asshole picked it up and is trying to extort me for $2,000 on $300 of glass. It's being ordered in my name, etc. this time. His brother runs the night shift and clearly alerted him to me being there today.
The cladding all has to get demolished.
Yeah.
If the window is non-compliant to the Australian standards, that has to come out. There's no flashing. If you want to install the flashings,
Yeah.
you got to remove the window.
Yeah.
And if the window is stuffed,
So that
chuck
was
the
supposed
window
to go
out.
in first.
So the flashing has to go underneath the weatherboards.
He did actually say to me, I'm not sure how I'm going to get the flashing in there.
All right. He should have said, I'm not sure how we're going to rip it out and put Hebel, because this is supposed to be Hebel, because it's what you paid. You got a contract that says, hey, here's my plans, which is right there. It says Hebel, why are you putting this? He should have given you like a 30 grand, probably 20 grand discount.
That probably explains why we've got a massive gap and birds living in between the flashing and the weatherboard.
I can see all the nests here, mate. Far out. The downpipes are not connected. These are supposed to be connected during the construction of the home.
Well, that's,
you know, they have to be diverted away from the building line. AS 2870 states that. The engineering probably states that. I mean, look at this. It's not good for the slab at all, because the slab is sitting on clay and it's going to soften the clay, and you're going to get the whole slab just moving. And then he's going to say, oh, you should have maintained it as a homeowner. But man, you're the builder. This is still an active job site.
Yeah.
He provided us with this black plastic tubing stuff that's meant to be temporary.
Yeah.
But if you have a look, that's the up. There's no up there. So when we try and attach the plastic to the downpipe, the force of the water just pulls it off.
Yeah, but sorry, he's giving you this for
Yeah.
you to put on.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Just be careful out here too, because they didn't flatten it out after they dug like the foundations and stuff, so that it's incredibly hard to get a lawnmower out here, and there's timber and bits and pieces of rubbish that was left over, so just be careful. We don't come out here.
That Rio leaning up against the fence there was actually left on the ground after the concrete was poured, and for probably about a year and a half later, because it was just too unsafe to come out here, all of this grass just grew through it.
Tell me about this pool. What the hell's going on here?
Part of our contract was that we had purchased a Clark rubber pool, but we were looking for someone to install it. And he assured us that, yep, you know, that's fine, I can put it together for you, I can install it. He had his apprentice and a labourer come over and put it all together. They threw the hose in and started filling it. So we were like, yay, we finally got a pool. We came out the next morning and it was collapsing. He sent his apprentice over to come and have a look, told us to take the hose out straight away, and you know, to try and make it as safe as we could. So we started like, you know, jamming little bits of timber and stuff under some of the legs so it wouldn't completely fall down. Otherwise there's going to be 20,000 litres of water just coming
everywhere.
in. We had discussions with him about, you know, what do we do? It's part of our contract. You're going to give us a pool. He's like, it's not my fault, it's the ground.
So not installation.
If
So
you
it's
look
not
at
his
the
fault.
he's the builder. We were trusting that he knew what he was doing. He came, he checked it, threw the hose in. This was the 3-bedroom addition. Yeah, so this
So
was,
this frame has been passed, you're saying? He got paid for it,
yes.
and it's been passed by the building surveyor.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, you just told us that it's meant to be colour bond, and we've got roof tiles on it.
Yeah, so we've got to check engineering, we've got to check the truss calcs as well to see if it is designed to take the roof tiles as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, it may explain why one of the trusses broke.
Broken? Where?
Yes, snapped. You can see there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that does not look like proper repair. I can see plaster screws in it. This guy loves plastering.
Oh, he
It looks like just a scrap piece of timber.
It is. It's a piece of the girl's bedroom wall, like from the demolition.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just a bit of rubbish.
He just grabbed a bit of scrap.
And what did he? I mean, did you guys know who was going to do this, or he just did it and told you, or what happened?
Well, he said that he'd gotten in contact with the trust company, and that's what they told him to do.
Wow.
I have also contacted Zeher Khalil with regards to his report that he had done. I have attached his email on here so he can have a read as well. I have not said too much about the poor installation or the oversight of the building inspector. The inspector from the building surveyor gave me a different answer on why this was signed off as a frame inspection. I get too many different answers. The roof should not have been put on. This said, the trusses are over-designed, and once I fix the problems from the builder, I will be happy with the outcome. All I can say is, what a complete schmozzle.
Well, if this has been passed, I can really tell you, I can really see non-compliant items. You've got these bracing blocks right there. They're called shear blocks. They're non-compliant. You've got bracing items here that are non-compliant as well. I mean, I don't even know how this got passed. And there's me just walking around, I can really tell you, the frame's non-compliant.
the building surveyor said, yeah, it's approved. This is what makes it hard when you're doing an extension, because it's broken up into these segments of, you know, a slab, frame, fixing, lock up, you know, and if the building surveyor says,
Frame's
yeah,
passed. Yeah, because
Okay.
he might
You
send
got to
you-
pay for it.
Yeah, because
That's
he
it.
might send you another letter. You'll
Yeah,
probably be
exactly.
worried that, hey man, fuck, if I get another letter with interest, we just want to build a home, man, you know?
the last thing we need is to then have him coming at us trying to go, oh, you know, you got to pay interest, you got to pay me $100 a week, you got to pay.
And he doesn't care. Say, bro, my daughter's sleeping in the living room, man.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't even finished.
You just get speechless to a point at sometimes because you're just wondering, like, what can you do?
Yeah.
Seriously, what can you do? We're at this point now where we feel like we've tried everything, and there's just no options.
Yeah.
Unless you got a whole bunch of money and you can
Yeah.
afford a lawyer.
Well, trust me, we're gonna get this guy.
Good.
And
it's about time.
not just we, like our followers, are gonna get this guy. VBA gonna get this guy, and hopefully the building surveyor.
He needs to be stopped before
We have
he
to.
does this to other
This
people.
is just, man, taking advantage of people like you. You don't know the system.
Exactly.
You're trusting a registered builder, which you should, because he's registered, he's got a license. You know, why should you, second thought what he's doing? No, he sent me the framing report. It's all passed. I have to pay for the invoice. You know, it's normal, and it shouldn't be like that. Where this is not compliant, it's passed, and now you're stuck.
Yeah.
To people who aren't, you know, well versed in the trade area, or in which is why you employ professionals, what constitutes a lock-up stage? What constitutes a fixing stage? There's actually, it was so hard to try and find, you know, some kind of classification where me as the homeowner
Just a
could
layman.
go, well, do you know what? From this classification, or from this, you know, definition, I need floors in, I need plaster on, I need door handles, I need door stops. Like, you know, I don't know, and there's no information out there that tells you what that looks like. And you can't even trust that the paperwork you're getting is correct. We never got a certificate for the plumbing work that was done.
Metal roof was more expensive because of all the design problems.
Sorry, what's the design problems? What are you referring to?
The box gutter that caused all the leaks down the blind side, because the roof on the blind side didn't work as they designed it.
Okay.
So we had to rip it out, frame it, and put a box gutter in, and then leer that gutter out.
Okay.
Wait, what? Wait, so you're saying the roof plumber came in, looked at the designs on the plans, built it. It didn't work, ripped it out and rebuilt it again.
Correct.
Isn't that up to the profession of the roof plumber to go that design doesn't look right? I'm not going to just do the work anyway, charge for it, and then redo it.
The obligation is on the designer to design something that meets the building and plumbing codes.
Right, okay, so why are we paying for that?
Because you guys engaged the designer, not me.
So what would your advice be then for us to go back to the designer and be claiming these things? Because this is the first we're hearing of it.
You won't get any money from the designer because the designer will turn around and say, it's everyone else's fault.
Okay, so what was that, an extra $2,000, did you say, for them to fix that?
Ah, metal roof, including all the plumbing and the drains has gone to, there's cost 10 in total.
And what was quoted for?
It's a combination of fascia and gutter and fuck. I haven't got the best view here, but it's about 3.7 plus some others. It's a combination of other areas. There's metal work for 3.7 and fascia and gutter, and some plumbing-related stuff as well.
And that, so whatever that came to, but then it cost 10 grand.
Yup, that's what the plumber charged.
And then, so I chased it up with him, and then the plumber sends us a certificate that is half the value of what we've been charged and doesn't specify everything that was done. So I go back to the builder and say, this certificate doesn't match the work that's been done to the house, nor the price that you've charged me. It's almost half the price. You're charging me double. Like, what's going on? And he CCs me back in a message, just going back to the plumber, going, "Hey man, you need to change the prices. You need to change
On the certificate.
On
the
the
certificate does state the price of the price range of works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's less than what he's charged you. What's this? Is this like a little sand pit for the kids? Or?
Yeah, I would not let my kids within anywhere near that.
What's that?
It's
What is it?
cat poop.
Cat poop.
Yeah, so because it's open,
Yeah.
we get like cats in here, and they were just using the place as their personal kitty litter. So we
Constantly cleaning up cat shit off the concrete. It was it was smelling. We couldn't open the windows because the smell. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
And you got it. Obviously, it has to be locked up, closed up, and everything is still open.
Well, there's an entrance on the other side, so they
Yeah.
climb through our roof. We get animals in our roof. They come into here. They get locked in here. I've got a video of a day that I came in here, and actually there was a cat going ballistic in here, climbing up walls. And I thought it was our cat somehow got trapped in here. And then I showed the video to Janelle, and she laughed and goes, "No, that's not our cat." But yeah, the cat had gotten itself trapped in here for God knows how long.
I must have freaked out. I spent so
And
much time here looking at the non-compliant works.
Yeah.
Like, man, I gotta get out of here, bro. Have you guys used the windows yet? Have you tried to open it?
Good question.
Does it work?
I don't know. Is it safe to touch?
Yeah, you can. It should be.
Well,
House not
I
gonna
don't
fall
know,
down.
because he said he didn't use screws long enough.
Oh, look at that. It's coming apart, man.
It's held on by a chain. If I do.
I'll hold it. You can get me, missus, to just hold this and open it quick. That's it. Done. Oh, yes. We've got some air now.
Careful though, the glass might fall out.
Oh, it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
My goodness. I can't see a stamp on the glass if it's safety glass. If
We don't even know where it came from. Could have
Probably
been
got it from
someone's old
Kazakhstan,
windshield.
man. We have to take action ASAP, man. Like now, it's been 5 years.
We're at the 5-year mark.
Let's smash it out and get you guys some results. So before I go do the inspection, what's the latest with this guy?
After about a year of not hearing really from him, or him turning up to site, or not getting adequate responses, we decided to look at the path of BDRV. Part of that process is you actually have to try and mediate with the builder yourself. And then there was a conversation that we had with him in May.
When we asked him, are we going to be able to finish this job? His response was, well, I have no money left. So if you want to finish the job, I'm happy to give you my license, but you'll have to pay for and do all the work yourselves.
Well, and you said that you've got that all in
notes? So as we were having the conversation, we were taking notes. It was quite a long conversation, about an hour long.
Purely from a financial perspective right now, where do we sit in terms of getting all the materials that we should have up to the fixing stage?
There's no money left from my side. All the money that's been drawn down from loan has either been refunded to you guys or spent on works to date.
Right. We've done the numbers, and it does come up. It does look like that there should still be some money.
There isn't. The invoice cost is what's in the spreadsheet. The invoice cost is actually more than what's in the spreadsheet.
Right. But we don't have any invoices.
And if it's more than what's in the spreadsheet, like, why isn't it in the spreadsheet?
Building permit cost is a lot more than what's in the spreadsheet. We've extended the building permit twice, right? Each amendment, right? Which each amendment, I'd have to log in to see what the cost of each amendment was. So we amended the building permit twice, and then we extended the building permit twice.
And do you have like a guess of what that additional cost is for that?
Let me see if I can search my email on my iPad.
Because we don't see any of that information.
I don't know whether it's actually in my emails or whether it's in archives, and iPad is ridiculously bad for searching.
So after the conversation ended and there was no resolution, what happened? You went to the DBDRV?
Yeah, so we went to the DDBRV, gave him a list of all the complaints that we had with the house, things that we tried to discuss with him, and nothing came from it. That then got sent to him, and he sent us responses. The responses were basically he's not responsible for anything.
Swimming pool, you said damaged, cracked or scratched, yeah? And then he goes, I disagree with this. The pool was supplied by the owner and is not fit for purpose. If it's not fit for purpose, why the hell did you install it, man? Why didn't you look at it? He installed it and it failed.
Yeah.
Cladding incomplete. You're saying Hebel cladding on front of house is incomplete and Hebel needs to be installed on garage front door surrounding. And then he's saying, I disagree with this. This is work in progress. But he got paid for lockup.
He's already been paid for it, so it should be done.
Framing of window not installed in butler's pantry. And then he goes, I disagree with this. This work was to be completed by the owners. What, demo and do the frame? And he got paid for frame.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the plumbing item. It says, remember how we spoke about the downpipes, how they're supposed to be connected to temporary downpipes? You stated that here, which is good.
Yep.
He goes, I disagree with this. Temporary downpipes have been supplied to the owner.
Yeah.
This is work in progress.
The plastic tubes.
Yeah.
But would require owners' agreements on costs to proceed further. Why?
There's a section in there about our windows that he made, installed, and put the glass in and all that stuff. We didn't even touch them. And he says, no, that's the owner's responsibility.
Yeah, this work was to be completed by the owners. How long did it take you to put together? There's a lot of items here.
It was hours. It was days.
Yeah.
I can see it's so time consuming. And you know, when he goes on the list, he just chooses a drop down menu. I disagree. This is work not done by me. This is on the owner. He just scrolls down and selects an item.
Yeah, it was really deflating. It was just like, well, basically the builder doesn't want to talk, so.
One of the most useless services that we've ever experienced. It was a complete waste of time.
DBDRV called me up and said, look, based on his responses, we don't think he's going to negotiate. We don't think he's even going to try. So we're going to issue you with a letter of non-conciliation so you can go to VCAT.
What did you guys do after that? Is this the end or?
A lawyer that we did speak to that would give us the time of the day then quoted us over $200,000 to fight this guy in court.
He just give you a quote, 200 grand. Yeah.
But he said probably more.
And then what did you guys do after that? You know what? That's it, man. It's over for us.
Well, we don't have $200,000.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
All right, so where it is right now, you tried to resolve it, not resolved, this guy taking your money, incomplete product, breach of the Building Act, building regulation, breach of contract. You taken all the money for something that he should have delivered.
Yeah.
And now you guys are stuck. You can't even go to court to get your money.
We can't even sell the house.
You went to the DBDRV and then the government, and they're like, sorry man, go to court to pay another person, which is VCAT.
Yeah.
Pay the lawyers, pay everybody, and then you might win, you might not win.
We may have to represent ourselves, and we knew that we were going to be going up against his lawyers. So, you know, this is all because we wanted a home. The emotional energy that goes into trying to get help. Like, there's so many times where you just want to give up. And, you know, we discussed selling the house, but in the state that it's in, we can't even sell it. I can't get house insurance because they won't cover us because of the state of the house.
All right, it's time for me to do the inspection. I'm gonna go pretty hard.
Please do. Thanks. You can go. Would you like a Lamington?
All right, time for a break, man. Before we start the massive inspection, I need as much energy as I can. This place is a schmozzle, mate. Let's go. Oh, it's got jam in it.
Yeah. You said you like the jam ones.
Yeah. Are you sure it's not the builders?
No. He's got no money.
No money, mate.
They're good with jam.
Oh yeah, beautiful. All right. This is an active job site, and guess what? I can't see any signage that states that this is a job site. There's no fence. The sight sign's not visible. This is in breach of the building regulations 2018. Forget about the regulations. I'm looking at this Hebel and it's a mess. Have a look how they butt joint the Hebel blocks. Have a look at that. Just butt joint with no glue, nothing. That is already in breach of the manufacturer's installation manual, non-compliant. And where the hell's the DPC? I cannot see the damp-proof course at the bottom of this Hebel. Look at it cracking, mate. And spray, do your best and spray from the rest as well. And then we're looking at this garage opening. It has not got any cladding. That's also another breach. You got paid for a stage and the works are incomplete. Then let's have a look at this boundary. Take a look at the boundary, guys. Supposed to be Hebel and it's put weatherboard. Unbelievable, guys. Oh my goodness. He has got weatherboards installed here with mold. All right, now I am looking at this box cutter that the builder has undertaken. So he got this roof done by a registered roof plumber, and this is the existing upper roof, and we've got this box gutter incorporating a layer gutter. So if I try to lift those tiles up, there we go. All right, so you can see here how there's an angle like this. This is the box gutter section, and then there's it's got a layer flashing here, and basically water discharges there, and it goes two ways. It goes this way into, we'll have a look, into a sump, and then a rain head, and then here as well into a sump, then a rain head. And there's a lot of things going on here. First of all, this is not a deemed to satisfy solution, and the VBA, they do have a technical note about this issue right here. You need a performance solution. So I haven't seen the plumbing certificate yet. So basically, water discharges this way, goes here, and then goes into a rain head. And this rain head does not have any overflow on it, you can see. So basically, we've got a non-compliant rain head. So any water that starts to accumulate in this rain head, and if that downpipe right there is blocked, what do you think is going to happen? Water's going to back charge back into the home. Have a look. See that? It's not even sealed. So there's a lot of breaches going on here in terms of the roof plumbing section of the home. Non-compliant box gutter. We have the way the water discharges, it goes into a sump and then directly into a rain head. That's not compliant. That's the first item. Second item is that this sump is not sealed to the rain head, so that's another non-compliant item. The rain head has no overflow, another non-compliant item. Take a closer look at the way this roofer has put together this section of the roof. I mean, he's got one piece of flashing return in here, another piece here, another piece at the bottom. Hasn't even stitched up properly. I mean, I can fit my ruler all the way in, and that should tell you that there is no silicone here. Have a look. Have a look at this. So it's all open, and it can't be more than 40 mil apart. If I put my taper gauge right here, you can see it can't be more than 40 mil, and it's over. It's about 100 mil. Incorrect screws. Classification, class 3 is the minimum. Has to be external grade, that's why it's rusting. This is a brand new extension. This is not a patch-up job, man, we've got here. The homeowner has got a contract with the builder, and look at the home, guys. And then you can see how there's this piece of flashing right here that he's installed. It's part of the box gutter. So this box gutter is all one piece. But then when we go and have a look at what happened here, he's cut this box cutter all the way. It's like this piece now is a different piece from this piece. And the way he's done it, you can see how he's cut it. So you can see that they've used class 2 screws. Some of them are rusting. He's cut the color bond sheet and he's cut it probably with a grinder, and look what happened. It's all started to rust now. Started to rust. He hasn't even stitched the flashings properly together. Maximum 40 mil apart. Silicon between the joints, sandwiched together as per the National Construction Code requirements and a HB 39. Hasn't even done that all along this section. So we've got this section right here already in breach. Water discharges this way, all the way, until it reaches this flashing sump, whatever you want to call it, not deemed to satisfy. Then it goes into this rain head that has no overflow whatsoever. No overflow. And it is also not sealed, you can see. Not sealed to the rain head. So multiple breaches in this section of the home right here. Non-compliant box cutter. I do not know how this got signed off. Thing is, from what I know, is that the homeowner has paid for lockup, fix, frame and slab. So this is part of the lockup. And I'll put a definition what lockup stage is. So a non-compliant roof has already been noted right now. So I'm going to go to different parts of the homes and see what else we can find here. But so far, so bad. So we can see that the homeowner has paid for a lockup stage payment, and this roof in this partition where the old part of the home marries to the new part of the home does not comply. So I mean, the drawings don't have enough detail of what to do here, but still, the actual box gutter connection, the rain head connection to the sump, the way how it's all interconnected together, that's compliance issues, and it's not compliant. Even if you have a certificate of compliance from the roof plumber, the works is currently non-compliant and it should not have been paid for. That's why it's always best to check before making a payment. Have a look, guys. What the hell is this guy doing? He's not even following the plans. Does he know now that the permit has to be updated, the drawings have to be updated? I mean, you haven't even connected the downpipes. It's all ponding here, deteriorating building elements. This is even, like these homeowners, they've got kids, you know, and look at the nails, mate. Look at the, do your best and spray foam the rest, mate. And this cladding is also the installation. You guys can probably really see. It looks like they finished this, yeah? I mean, don't worry about the nest here. I mean, the birds have taken over the home, mate. Have a look, guys. Oh my goodness. The birds, the bird nest. They're like, you know what? If you guys are not gonna install anything here, man, I'm gonna use the hell out of it, mate. I'm gonna make some babies and freaking replicate, mate. I don't care, mate. I'm gonna turn this house into a jungle, mate. Have a look, guys. The backyard. Oh my goodness, the pool. The pool. Do your best and just let it go, mate. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at these windows. Yep, it does remind me of that builder. This guy has probably put this together. And the other interesting thing is, this is something that a lot of guys who do their own thing don't know. You can see how this subseal right here, which captures the moisture and then discharges it out from these little weep holes. All right, very good. Thank you very much. You've done the right thing. However, this guy probably was in a rush, we don't know, has forgotten to install an end dam. So basically what that means, when the water goes here, it's gonna seep through this cavity as well and make its way in the frame. I'll put an extract to show you guys how exactly it looks like. But because this guy probably doesn't even know what he's doing, slapped it on and said, lockup stage is complete, bro. Pay up, man. Look at his windows, man. What is this? It's about to come out, man. Seriously. And have a look at this rubber. Look at this, man. What the hell is this? Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. And another downpipe here not connected in breach of AS 2870 as well. During the construction period, the stormwater around the building line has to be maintained. And nothing here. Check it out, guys. The homeowners are distraught and do not know what to do. They paid for a stage and they didn't know that they shouldn't have paid it before checking the work. They trusted the builder. I mean, you're gonna find out, I'm gonna go deep into this. The homeowner has shared a Google Drive full of stuff, messages, emails, and I seriously did not have time to look into it. But I said, hey, let me go in here first. I wanna assess what's going on. We're gonna look at everything and then I'll go in to see what's going on. We'll go review the files. We'll get a whole team to look into it. We're gonna go full force on this builder. You saw how he stuffed up with the other job? The most viral video yet? It was just crazy. And that's the same builder. He's actually doing it to other people. So there are other victims out there that have been taken advantage of. Now, you let me know, what is this? Seriously, guys, lockup has been paid. There is no flashing installed, nothing. No flashings anywhere, man. Even these windows have to come out. Oh man, I should have got my excavator here, mate. I would have freaking started demoing straight away, mate. For real. Check out the slab as well. My goodness, man. What is this hole? I do not know. So basically we have, this is the garage, the new extension that they did. Yep. Are you guys as shocked as me? The frame is still exposed. There's no plaster installed. So I don't even know, guys, how fixed in stage was paid. I do not know. Look at the frame. Fully exposed. And the frame has been paid for. And I'm gonna go through the frame and see what I can find in terms of the compliance, the non-compliance items, because this guy's got paid for it. I'm gonna go through the truss layout, through the engineering, through AS 4440 and see if we can find any breaches in terms of the connections, because this guy has got paid for fixing lockup and frame, and basically they have to be complete. As per the Building Contracts Act 995, you got to do that. And the installation of these windows, like have a look, guys, how this guy has installed these windows. There's gaps in the aluminium trims. There's gaps in the connections, like. And if you look further to the bottom here, when we looked outside, we could see it. You can see the subseal, how there's no end dam. There is no end dam right there. So any water will basically make its way inside here over time. These windows have to come out. I don't care, man. Rip them out. What is this, man? Mate, what a butcher job, mate. Just a butcher, man. Serious. Really feel sorry for these homeowners, man. That's just crazy. Even this window here, let's check out this window. Oh, this window as well, same thing. Look at this. Look at this crap, mate. Look at these windows, mate. But what the? It's you for real? Hello. Oh, there we go. It's working now. Oh my goodness. And this guy has gotten paid for this BS, for real. How? How did this guy get paid? I do not know. Have a look, I can see the light between the trim. Look at this, guys. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Oh my God, this one as well. What is this, man? Over $100,000 for this poop, for real. This is just shocking work. This is not a builder, mate. This is not building work. Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you guys think of this? Unbelievable. Crazy, man. Really, I'm so upset from this builder. How can he do this to people? And I'm really wondering, how many other victims are there? Guys, reach out to us. We're actually coming to site, documenting all this, showing everything in this video to help expose this builder, because the VBA, they have to take action. The VBA have to take action. This has been going on for a while. 5 years, mate. Serious. And if you can't build the project, don't quote it and don't take people's money, man. Don't do that. So I'm in the roof area here now. You can see there's no sarking installed under the roof tiles, nothing. And it is a requirement that sarking has to be installed. That's the first item that I've noticed. Second thing that I've got here is that you can see that there is these battens right here that are supporting the roof tiles. And over there you can see this batten that is just overhanging. Imagine if someone stands and just walks in this area. It's gonna most likely just fall through. Now, AS 2050 states that if you want to sit a batten like that on an angle, or where there's no support or on an edge, you have to put support there, you have to put a block there, and at least 2 nails. Now the other thing is that 1170.1 also states concentrated loads. If somebody's walking this section, there is a requirement where it has to support specific loads. So that's a big item right there that has to get repaired. And then the second thing is that we've got these trusses. You can see these trusses here, this truss, this truss, this truss, how it's bearing on the other truss at the bottom. There's these trusses underneath, and then you have these trusses, this truss, and this truss, and this truss here. They're called saddle trusses. So it's like a saddle on the back of a horse. So they're actually bearing on the bottom ones here. And what I'm trying to say is that there is a requirement for the installation of these saddle trusses. If the angle of these trusses is more than 15-degree angle, what we got to do is that there's 2 options. You got to put a block like this. They've got a block like that over there. Let's get a closer look. Hopefully these trusses won't fail when I'm walking. I'm really worried about the installation of these trusses. We can see that this block right here is good. What you have to do, AS 4440 figure 5.6 clearly states that first thing you got to do is drive a nail to the bottom chord of the saddle truss, which is this truss here. It's like a saddle. As soon as you see it bearing on another truss like that on an angle more than 15-degree, you have to put a nail first to the bottom chord into the top chord of the supporting truss. Second thing you got to do, 2 options. A block like this, which this guy hasn't done throughout, or a framing anchor. You can see, now you guys already know, 1 missing here, 1 missing here, 1 missing there, missing here, missing here. This guy's got paid for a frame stage payment, and the frame, not only it's non-compliant, it's incomplete. I mean, this is the first thing that I've noticed now in terms of the truss installation. We're gonna keep looking through and see what else we can find. The other thing is AS 4440, because the truss layout says you have to install the trusses as per AS 4440. If there's nothing there that's noting a certain section, just jump onto that standard. Figure 5.2, AS 4440 states these extended jack trusses right there that are extending all the way here. You're supposed to put 2 nails, not 1 nail. I know this is a minor item, and they have to be fully bearing as well. You can see here how there's a gap. I can put my finger in there, mate. And there's only 1 nail. It's supposed to be 2 nails. 1 nail. Yeah, it's bearing. Have a look at this repair job right there. Tile roof, like I just said. And we've got an offcut of this piece of timber. Hasn't been denailed. I don't know where he got it from, but it looks like it has some plaster in it, because there's the plaster screws. He's used it to rectify this truss that's been broken. Now, any modifications, repairs, you have to let the truss manufacturer know that you've done it, and they need to provide the solution of how to rectify it, because it is an engineered product. It's an engineered product, and you can't just do it yourself. I'm wondering if this guy's done it himself, because there's no way the truss manufacturer says, yeah, just do this, get a piece of timber, bro, and put it on. Nah, it can't be like that. So we're gonna chase that up later on, but that's definitely non-compliant for now. I've put that in my notes. Now, would you have a look at this truss? Have a look, guys. The homeowners haven't even moved in yet. They've paid for frame stage, and they've got this truss that is around 57 mil out of plumb. 57 mil out of plumb. Tiled roof. Now, is this a defect? Is it non-compliant? Well, AS 4440 clause 3.4 does state that there is a tolerance of 50 mil, or the height divided by 50, whichever value is the lesser. So if I get my tape measure, 1.857. So a meter, 857 mil. 1.857 divided by 50, 37 mil is the maximum amount, which is the lesser. So it's 50 mil or 37 mil. And what do we have here, guys? What a wacky job, mate. Over 50 mil, 57 mil. That's crazy. Now this item is a big item, so I'm going to go around and see if any other trusses are affected. I'm getting really worried because you can see that brace over there has a sag in it. That's also non-compliant according to AS 4440. There shouldn't be that much sag in the speed brace. It has to be tensioned like this. So maybe there've been some movement, I reckon, for this truss, or the installation has stuffed up. The installation is fully stuffed, mate. Crazy, man. You can see this truss here, it's a hip truss. It's a hip. You can see how it's a hip truss. And these little trusses that are linking onto this hip truss, they're called creeper trusses. They're creeping along. This is another creeper. It's creeping along. I'm going to go down and show you guys a better photo of the whole thing. This hip truss, you've got these little trusses right there. Creeper truss. They're creeping. Little naughty creepers. A creeper truss. Little naughty creepers. And then, the easiest way to remember, this is how I remember that. Creeper truss, linking into the hip truss, another creeper truss, linking into the hip truss, another creeper, linking into it. And then you've got these other trusses that start to bear onto this girder truss. So they're connecting to this now, a girder truss, and they're extending. They're called now, they transition into jack trusses. Jack truss, jack truss, jack, 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 and then it turns into a creeper truss. So now that I've told you guys what the hip truss is, which is right there, this long section of the truss here. This truss is the hip truss. You've got the creeper truss right there, creeper truss right here, another creeper truss, and they're basically connecting onto the hip. You can see this is the connection and another connection. A connection here and another connection there. A connection here and another connection there. So they're just connecting to it. And there is a connection requirement as per AS 4440, which states that if it's up to 1.8 meters, you have to put 3 nails to the top and 3 nails to the bottom. As well, this one, 3 nails to the top, 3 nails to the bottom, and there's only 2. This side here, let's have a look at this creepers. 2 nails here. Take a look, guys, 2. Let's look on the other side. You can see the nails, 2 nails. 2 nails. 2 nails. However, if I measure this from one anchor point, which is right there, to this anchor point right there where my laser is, it is 1.9. So what that means, it triggers another item inside table 5.2 from AS 4440, which states that the first thing you have to do, you have to fix it as per the detail D1, which is 3 nails, and there's only got 2 nails. And the second thing you have to do on top of that is install a plate, a miter plate here, with 6 nails to the top chord of the creeper truss, and another 6 nails here. They haven't done that. Now this truss, creeper truss here, they have a plate, you can see it. There's 5 nails on this side and 5 nails on this side. So even this truss is not compliant, mate. I don't care if it's missing 1 nail. Don't be a tired bunny, man. Stop it. Just get the extra nail. Give me your bank account, man. I'll send you $50. Buy a whole box of nails, mate. You know, you get 1,000 nails for like easy $20. Just stop being tired asses, man. Come on, please. Just do the job properly. Get a box of nails and chuck it in, mate. Come on. All right, so we've got a braced wall here and another braced wall behind it. They're both non-load bearing, which means there's nothing bearing on the walls. And you can see how the trusses pass through without bearing on the wall. Have a look. See how they're passing through? And they're not load bearing. Now AS 4440 states that when the trusses passing through the non-load bearing walls that are also braced, they have to be restrained horizontally but allow for deflection. Now this guy has installed these blockings here. They're called shear blocks, but the way they're installed is non-compliant on many levels. First of all, the fixings are non-compliant. He's got 4 nails. The fixing requirements have to match the bracing capacity required for that brace. That brace is 2.1 meters long. The bracing capacity for a strap brace is 3 kilonewtons a meter. 3 kilonewtons a meter times 2.1 equals 6.3. Now 1684 has got a table, and the table clearly states that for that type of brace capacity, you need to install screws, which because the screws provide 6.9 kilonewtons of shear capacity. So there you go. Or you can double block. So you can actually install another block here and provide the 4 nails. So 4 nails there and 4 nails there. I mean, there's other ways to do it, but the way he's done it right now is non-compliant. The whole thing. And that's common throughout the whole area. Like if I go to other areas as well, he's got a lot of gap between the blocks, which is not restraining the trusses from moving horizontally. Look at that one as well, guys. These are really easy items to pick up. However, as a carpenter and as a builder and as a building surveyor, I hope the inspector hasn't passed this. You know, they should detect those things automatically. I'm walking around now. Like if I tell this to the homeowner, they'll get it. They're like, all right, there should be gaps there. All right, cool. Man, you've been a builder for a long time and you can't even pick this up, bro. For real. Now, anybody that's watching, if you're a carpenter or a builder, now that I've told you this, I betcha you're not going to miss it anymore. But it's all about when someone explains it to you, why it's required. You're required to restrain the trusses. And how many do we put? We don't restrain every single one. You have to install one that is going to match the shear capacity of this brace. This brace, 3 kilonewtons a meter, 2.1, just times it, and then use this table. But the way they've done these L brackets are also non-compliant. They're driven all the way in. They must not be driven all the way in. MyTech states that, the manufacturer states that, AS 4440 states that. This guy has done it everywhere. Has done it everywhere. Have a look, guys. This one's missing a nail. Like, does this guy know what he's doing? For real. And I have to say this again, that this guy has been paid for this. There's a lot of work to do here. Carpenter needs to come here, rip out all the windows, non-compliant, supply new windows. Come and repair the frame. There's a broken truss there, missing blocks for the saddle trusses, the bow truss here, the creepers, non-compliant, missing nails, the jack trusses, missing nails. Mate, it's supposed to be brickwork on the other side. There's supposed to be brickwork to the front. There's so many issues already, and we're gonna we're gonna have to spend more time on this job, looking around. So let's keep going and see how we go with detecting more defects. Like, check it out, guys. Rain head, non-compliant, discharging here. I don't know how long it's been discharging onto the building line. And it's a brick veneer home, you can see. Negligent, the builder's been negligent. Everything is just open, unfinished. I can also hear actual birds inside here. Let's go have a look, guys. I can see the birds. I'm not sure if I can see the birds, guys. I can hear babies. They actually made their way inside the roof cavity. Look, I can see the timber frame, mate, the whole home. What a mess, guys. Oh, there it is. Can you see the birds? Look at that, guys. Poor little baby, mate. I mean, what? We've got to sack them as well now and say, mate, sorry, you got to get out, mate. We're going to install some eaves. Like, these poor birds now. It just disrupts the whole cycle of life. Everything. Look at this, guys. All the water discharging back. All right, guys. What a mess. For real. And and this cladding, the way he's installed it, there's no flashing. As per the requirements of the documentation for James Hardie and Newport, this is the Newport cladding from James Hardie. The installation is just a schmozzle, guys. I mean, look at this guy here. Look at this, guys. He's installed the starter channel, which is good. All right, cool. However, where's the flashing, mate? No flashing behind it. Just chucked it on and see you later. Oh my goodness. Look at this, man. This is the condition that he left the home in, and he just left the job. I don't know, ran out of money, took the money, ran away. We don't know, guys. We're gonna go through with the homeowners and see exactly what happened. This rain head as well, it's not compliant. This is bad, guys, really bad. All right, so I finished the inspection, yeah? I found a lot of items. It's gonna be a huge report. I really feel sorry for you guys because you guys paid this guy to deliver a product, and you're saying it's been passed and it's stuffed. Like, there's a lot of work you got to do now. Box cutter, 100% non-compliant. Cladding throughout, it's all got to come out. The whole thing has to be ripped out. All the cladding has to be ripped out. Windows as well, glazing, frame, everything has to be ripped out. The frame here, definitely non-compliant. 22 items just for framing. Yep. I don't even know how we got past. So it is going to be a big report. It's going to take me a couple of days to do it.
What do we do once we've got the report?
So as soon as you get the report, see you later, mate. No, I'm joking. All right, so what I reckon we should do, this is my plan of attack, all right? So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to call the building surveyor, get engaged with him, and also we want to enforce this report, because as soon as he gets the report, he's going to attach it to his findings and issue our directions to fix, which are with a time limit that he has to fix the job at his own cost.
Yeah.
All right? Second thing we want to do is that we want to get this guy because he's a cowboy. You know, he's in breach of the Building Contracts Act, Building Act, and heaps of other stuff. And the VBA have to know about this guy, and they have to prosecute him. All right, are you guys ready for the wild ride, man? Get ready. This guy's going to flip it, mate. He's going to be flabbergasted. All right, guys, a week has passed, and I'm back in Kui Rap again. A lot has happened. You're not going to believe what happened, guys. A lot has happened. And I'm back here to speak with the homeowners because guess what I have in my hands? A direction to fix from the building surveyor. Let's go. So a lot have happened during the week. So tell us what happened.
Yeah, a lot has happened. We had the building surveyors come and re-inspect the previously passed frame. They've now issued a direction to fix.
The building surveyor reached out to me and to you, and he said, hey, let's get Zaya's report, put some of the items there and issue a direction to fix. What's so good about this is that he has to fix all these items at his own cost. We just got an enforcement order of like how many items we have here, like 16 items that he has to now get a contractor to fix, else he's gonna get an order to fix.
It's weird because the frame was previously passed and the items that they've picked up on were already part of a past frame.
Also, some things happened with the VBA, yeah? They came to site. Can you tell me more about what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. So they came, the VBA investigator with the plumbing investigator as well.
In addition to investigating serious concerns related to non-compliant work, we are prioritizing an audit of the relevant documentation for these sites. Breaches of Section 16 of the Building Act 1993, the Act, including building without a permit and not building in accordance with the permit, will be pursued. If evidenced by this audit, as will breaches the Domestic Building Contracts Act 1995. These are some of the most serious breaches of the Act and carry the potential for severe sanctions to be administered, including fines of up to 500 penalty units, $100,000 for an individual, and up to 2,500 penalty units, $500,000 for a body corporate for each instance. These offenses may also result in criminal conviction.
Thank you for that, because we didn't even get the chance to lodge a dispute. That was through what you did for us, so thank you very much. They did come, and they came with one of their investigators and also one of their roof plumbers.
The plumbing investigator went around and kind of did his thing after we did a little walkthrough with both of them. We sat inside with the main investigator and gave our statement, answered all their questions, and gave like a timeline over the 5 years. Just getting this thing rolling so we can see some form of justice.
The VBA are gonna come hard as well, saying, hey man, building regulations, building act, cladding non-compliant, roofing non-compliant, didn't build as per plan. They're gonna go hard on that as well. And there's actually, you know, you can get it's a criminal offense under the Building Act as well if you don't follow the plan specifications. Or a massive fine, like for an individual, it's like 500 penalty units, and he's an individual. He's not a company, he's building under his ABN.
So like, if people see this video and they hear that their friend or friend's friend is like, you know, had a problem with a builder, ask them, is this the guy? You know, do you
It might be the same guy.
Yeah, it might be the same guy.
I would say if it is the same guy, contact us and let's get this guy stopped. Let's get him stopped.
So what do you guys want to happen to this builder? Do you want him to get fined? Do you want him not to build anymore? I mean, I don't know. What do you guys want to happen?
The amount of suffering over the last 5 years, there's just the depression, the anxiety, coming home from work to a shithole that you just can't be proud of anymore. It actually affects the whole entire family dynamic. It's just something that people shouldn't have to deal with. We've had to for 5 years, and enough is enough.
All right, guys. Hopefully next time when we're around here, we'll grab some asparagus and some beef, and hopefully this swimming pool will be rectified, and the homeowners have a brand new home, as promised. It wouldn't be possible without you guys. Please keep sharing the video. If it wasn't for you guys, probably the VBA would never have taken action, but action has been taken to the previous homeowner and this homeowner. Keep putting the pressure on. And by the way, VBA, when are you going to release the new guide to standards and tolerance, mate? It's been since 2015, mate. Until next time, let's go.